Before we begin, relax not just your body but your urgency to arrive somewhere. You have been trained to look for God in temples, in scriptures, in distant heavens, but rarely in your own breath, rarely in the ordinary moment passing right now. The mind you are using has been conditioned to divide sacred and profane, spiritual and worldly, God and life. And because of this division, you keep missing the obvious. God is not hiding, your mind is noisy. To train the mind does not mean to force it, discipline it, or make it obedient. Training the mind means unlearning its blindness, dissolving its habits of judgment, and allowing innocence to return. When the mind becomes silent, even a stone becomes a scripture, even a stranger becomes a messenger. Even pain carries intelligence. This is not a belief to be accepted. It is an experience to be lived. When your mind is clear, existence reveals itself as divine. Not someday, not somewhere else, but here, now. In everything, January is not just a month, it is a doorway, a sacred threshold, a mirror reflecting the possibilities that lie ahead. People think time is linear, that one day follows another, that the year is a distant horizon. But the truth is that the first days, the first weeks, carry the entire vibration of the year within them. If January is wasted, if it is allowed to drift in unconsciousness, the entire year drifts with it. And if January is one, truly consciously fully lived, the whole year aligns with that energy. The key is awareness, not the mechanical awareness of a mind that counts days and deadlines, but a luminous awareness that penetrates the ordinary and touches the extraordinary within every moment. To win January, you must first understand that time is not your enemy, and life is not a project to be finished. Life is a stream, and January is the first ripple of that stream. If the ripple is vibrant, if the ripple is alive, the entire stream flows with vitality. Many people start the year with resolutions that they cannot keep because they are not connected to the inner rhythm of life. Resolutions are mental constructs, attempts to force life into a mold. True transformation does not come from forcing. It comes from tuning in, from listening to the intelligence of your being, from becoming intimate with your own inner energy. The mind must learn to be a servant, not a master, for the mind is a tool of tremendous power, but also of tremendous distraction. You cannot impose victory through intellect alone. You must enter January with presence, with alertness, with a willingness to let go of habits that no longer serve you. These habits are subtle: the habit of procrastination, the habit of seeking approval, the habit of clinging to past failures. They are ghosts of the past that haunt your days. But when you become conscious, the ghosts dissolve. Each morning as you rise, bring gratitude. Not empty gratitude, but a deep acknowledgement that this day, this month, this year is an opportunity to touch life fully. Begin your days with awareness of the body, your posture, your breath, the energy flowing through your veins. A body aware is a mind aware, for body and mind are inseparable. Let the first acts of January be acts of conscious alignment. Let your meals, your movements, your speech, your thoughts carry a certain presence, a certain clarity. Let small victories accumulate: a morning meditation, a kind word spoken without calculation, a task completed not as an obligation, but as a joyful expression. These are the bricks from which the temple of your year is built. Do not wait for a grand moment. January is grand because of these small conscious choices. And know that life will challenge you, as it always does. Difficult people, unexpected situations, your own internal resistance, these will test your presence. But when you meet life with alertness rather than reaction, the month becomes victorious, not because external circumstances have aligned, but because you have discovered an inner center that is unshakable. Winning January is not about results in the external world. It is about mastering your own consciousness, about stepping into your being so fully that you carry that radiance into every interaction, every decision, every experience. When you live January consciously, You become a beacon. Others will notice not because you seek their admiration, but because energy radiates naturally from someone aligned with themselves. Your work, your creativity, your relationships, all will gain a subtle quality of excellence, not imposed, but naturally flowing. And in this way, January is not merely a month, it is a master, a teacher, a mirror, a doorway. To win January is to learn the art of living consciously, fully, deeply. And the beauty is that this art does not remain confined to January. Consciousness, once awakened, flows forward. The momentum you create in the first month sets the rhythm for the rest of the year. If January is spent in lethargy, distraction, and unconscious habit, the rhythm of the year will be off and you will struggle to recover. But if January is embraced with awareness, with courage, with love for the process of life itself, the rhythm becomes effortless, flowing, abundant. There is no need for force, for struggle, for striving, because consciousness is not earned, it is remembered, it is discovered, it is awakened. Small acts of awareness, repeated, create patterns that ripple through every aspect of existence. Your thoughts, your words, your choices, your energies, everything becomes more harmonious, more intelligent, more aligned with life itself. Let January be a laboratory, a sacred experiment in presence, in alignment, in joy. Do not aim to achieve something grand externally, aim first to awaken internally. Let the world notice not your achievements but your being. Let each day begin with presence and end with gratitude. Let failures be teachers. Let mistakes be mirrors. Let challenges be invitations to deeper awareness. In this way, winning January is not about checking boxes, completing lists, or accumulating wealth or recognition. It is about mastering the inner landscape, cultivating clarity, embracing silence, listening deeply, responding wisely. This is the foundation of a victorious year. When the mind is clear, the heart open, the body alert, and the spirit awake, victory is inevitable, effortless, natural. The month becomes not a measure of time, but a measure of consciousness. And when you carry this awareness forward, each day builds upon the last, and the year unfolds not as a series of random events, but as a conscious, harmonious, radiant journey. Many people underestimate the small, the ordinary, the repetitive, and yet it is precisely these small moments that carry the secret of life's greatness. Life is not made of sudden explosions of achievement or dramatic transformations. It is made of subtle shifts, minute alignments, and tiny victories that accumulate silently. The mind is always searching for grandeur, for results that are visible, measurable, applauded by society. But the universe works differently. The universe rewards awareness, consistency, presence, not effort that is aimed at recognition. To understand the power of small daily victories, you must first observe yourself. Notice how much energy is wasted on regrets about yesterday and anxieties about tomorrow. Notice how often the mind is pulled into distractions, seeking entertainment, seeking validation, seeking comfort. In such a mind, even January can pass without leaving a trace. But when you begin to take tiny conscious steps, each step becomes a ripple in the river of time, a morning ritual of stillness, a few minutes of meditation, a conscious walk, a small act of kindness, a thought nurtured instead of ignored. These are not insignificant. They are seeds. A seed seems tiny, but it carries the whole tree within it. Likewise, a small conscious act carries the power to transform your mind, your heart, your life. Victory does not come from grand resolutions made under pressure or fear. It comes from conscious repetition, from aligning your daily actions with your inner intelligence. Observe the rituals of your own life. Notice which actions nourish you and which drain you. When you cultivate rituals that bring harmony to body, mind, and spirit, you create a field of energy that is fertile, that attracts clarity, creativity, and growth. Small victories accumulate silently. Waking up early, finishing a task fully, speaking honestly, holding your attention instead of letting it scatter. These victories are invisible, but they are more powerful than any external accomplishment. They create a subtle magnetism in your being, a rhythm that carries you forward effortlessly. And yet, people are impatient. They want instant results. They want one great leap to define their year. But one leap without preparation, without alignment, is empty. One step repeated consciously every day creates mastery. Small victories are also acts of rebellion against unconscious living. Every time you choose awareness over distraction, presence over habit, authenticity over compromise, you declare to the universe that you are awake. These victories may seem trivial, a few extra minutes of focus, a single act of integrity, a conscious choice to breathe instead of reacting. But they shape your character, your energy, your destiny. Rituals are companions of victory. Rituals are not mechanical, they are not habits imposed out of fear or obligation, they are celebrations of consciousness. A ritual is a way to honor your body, your mind, your soul, your life. The more conscious your rituals, the more aligned your life becomes. A ritual can be as simple as lighting a candle and sitting in silence, as ordinary as drinking water mindfully, as profound as walking in nature, noticing each step, each breath. When rituals become your allies, life begins to flow with intelligence. You are no longer reacting to circumstances, you are creating them. Daily victories and rituals are also teachers. They remind you of discipline without rigidity, consistency without struggle, joy without expectation. They teach patience because change cannot be forced. It unfolds in its own time. They teach subtlety because the greatest power is often invisible. They teach humility because each day is a gift and each small act is an offering. And when you integrate these victories and rituals into January, you create a momentum that cannot be stopped. The energy of conscious repetition, of small but deliberate acts, radiates into every area of life. Your thoughts, your emotions, your relationships, your work, your creativity, all are touched by this vibration. And then, without effort, the year unfolds in harmony with the intentions seeded in those first conscious days. Do not wait for a moment of inspiration or a miracle from the outside. The miracle is in your awareness, in your choices, in your tiny victories. The power of small daily victories is the power of life itself. For life is made of moments, and moments are made of choices, and choices are the reflection of your consciousness. When you honor the small, when you celebrate the ordinary, when you repeat conscious actions daily, January becomes not just a month, but a living laboratory of transformation, a mirror, reflecting your ability to live fully, deeply, brilliantly. Winning January, then, is inseparable from winning the small, winning the present, winning the ordinary, for the extraordinary arises only when the ordinary is fully embraced, fully awakened, fully honored. The mind clings to the past as if it were a treasure, but often it is a burden. Failures, mistakes, missed opportunities, disappointments, they are all memories that weigh you down, that whisper to you, you cannot succeed, you are not enough. The past defines you. And because of this attachment, you carry the same energy into January, into the new year, into every new beginning. But life is not history. Life is alive now, in this breath, in this heartbeat, in this step you take. To win January, you must first learn the art of letting go. Letting go is not forgetting, not denying, not escaping. It is a deep, conscious act of liberation. It is seeing the past clearly, acknowledging it fully, and then releasing it so that it no longer governs your present. When you cling to failure, you are trapped in a shadow, and the light of January, the light of new beginnings, cannot reach you. Imagine holding a heavy stone in your hands, trying to run. Every step is laborious. Every breath is strained. That stone is your past. You cannot move forward with it in your grip. Let go, drop it, feel the relief. the freedom, the expansion in your being. And then you can step lightly, effortlessly into the new. Past failures are not enemies, they are teachers. They show you what did not work, what was misaligned, where the mind and heart were asleep. But once you have learned their lesson, they no longer have authority over you. They are like clouds that pass. They may cast shadows, but the sun is always beyond them, waiting to shine. New beginnings are not just about starting again, they are about awakening. They are about allowing life to surprise you, allowing energy to flow, allowing consciousness to expand. Every day in January is a new beginning, if you are willing to meet it without the weight of yesterday. And the mind will resist this. The mind loves stories, loves patterns, loves excuses. I failed last year. I will fail again. I am not capable. I am not ready. These thoughts are not truths. They are habits, conditioned responses, shadows of fear. Observe them, acknowledge them, but do not obey them. To step into new beginnings, the heart must be light, the mind clear, the body alert. Begin each day as if it is a door opening for the first time. Begin each task as if it has never been done before. Begin each relationship, each interaction, each thought with freshness. This is the art of letting go. Letting go is also an act of trust. Trust in the intelligence of life. Trust in your own being. Trust in the unfolding of your consciousness. When you let go, you create space. Space for creativity, for courage, for joy, for insight. When the mind is no longer cluttered with regret, when the heart no longer carries the ache of failure, life begins to move with a rhythm that is effortless and harmonious. And January, the first month, becomes your ally. Its energy flows into you, supporting you, inspiring you, awakening you. Every sunrise becomes an invitation, every moment a canvas for conscious creation. But remember, letting go is not a one-time event. The past will try to return, disguised in thought, in emotion, in familiar patterns. You must be vigilant, not with tension, but with awareness. Observe, release, return to presence. In this way, every day, every hour, every breath becomes a practice of liberation. Winning January, then, is inseparable from letting go. The year will carry the echo of the energy you cultivate now. If you begin burdened, constrained, fearful, the year will be the same. If you begin free, awake, expansive, the year will mirror this freedom. Past failures lose their grip when you fully inhabit the present. When you fully inhabit the present, life responds. Opportunities appear, insights arise, synchronicities occur. The first month sets the tone for the rest of the year, not in terms of external achievements, but in terms of internal alignment. And this internal alignment is far more powerful than any external circumstance. To let go is not easy. It requires courage, honesty, and patience. You must face your own shadows without judgment, without self-pity, without denial. You must honor yourself as you are, acknowledge what has happened, and then step forward with openness. Every moment of awareness, every act of conscious release is a victory. Every time you let the past fall away, you reclaim your power, your energy, your presence. And then new beginnings are no longer abstract ideas, they are living realities. Life is renewed, consciousness is expanded, the soul breathes. This is the secret of winning January, the courage to let go, the willingness to awaken, the joy of stepping lightly into the unknown. And when you carry this into every day, every week, every month, the year unfolds with ease, flow, and abundance. January becomes not just the start of time, but the beginning of a new consciousness, a new rhythm, a new life. Many people live as though mind, body, and spirit are separate, disconnected, unrelated entities. The mind plans, the body executes, the spirit waits, and in this disconnection, life becomes fragmented, stressful, and confused. To win January, and indeed to win the year, one must learn the art of alignment, bringing mind, body, and spirit into harmony, into resonance, into a single flowing river of energy. Alignment does not mean forcing the body to obey the mind or disciplining the spirit to fit schedules. Alignment is not control, it is awareness, attunement, and love for the totality of your being. The mind is a tool of tremendous subtlety, but it becomes a tyrant when disconnected from the body and spirit. It dreams of achievements, it craves recognition, it creates fears and anxieties. The body, the earthbound companion, can respond only when it is acknowledged, nurtured, and listened to. And the spirit, which carries the essence of your consciousness, cannot express itself fully if either mind or body is distracted, tense, or misaligned. To bring them together, you must begin with observation. Notice your breath, how often it is shallow, hurried, restless. Notice your thoughts, how often they wander into regrets and anxieties. Notice your emotions, how often they are reactive, uncontrolled, unexamined. And notice the spirit, the subtle presence within you, often ignored, often dormant, waiting for attention. Alignment begins with presence. A present mind can focus. A present body can move with ease. A present spirit can radiate its light. Daily practices are essential. The body must be awakened through movement, not as punishment, but as celebration of life. Yoga, walking, stretching, or conscious exercise, these are not tasks, they are rituals of alignment. The mind must be trained not through force, but through stillness, meditation, and mindful observation. Reading, learning, contemplation, these are not intellectual exercises alone. They are ways to attune the mind to clarity and depth. And the spirit must be nourished through silence, through communion with life, through openness to the intelligence that flows through every moment. Alignment is not instant, it is a process. It requires patience, repetition, and conscious choice. Every day in January is an opportunity to tune your inner instruments, to adjust the strings, to harmonize the melody. A moment of presence in the morning, a conscious pause before a task, an awareness of energy throughout the day. These are not small acts, they are the foundation of consistency, growth, and transformation. The mind, body, and spirit are like three rivers. If they flow separately, their waters stagnate, their energy dissipates. But if they merge, they move in unison, they create a force that can carve valleys, nourish life, and reach the ocean effortlessly. When alignment becomes your way of living, each action carries intelligence, each thought carries clarity, each emotion carries wisdom. There is no struggle, no chaos, no wasted energy. Growth becomes natural, inevitable, effortless. And January, the first month, becomes the laboratory of this alignment. The energy you cultivate now does not remain confined to 31 days. It flows into the weeks, months, and the year ahead. Consistency emerges not as discipline imposed from outside, but as rhythm arising from within. Misalignment leads to fatigue, frustration, and stagnation. Alignment leads to joy, creativity, and expansion. When mind, body, and spirit are together, your life is no longer reactionary. It is responsive, conscious, harmonious. The ordinary becomes extraordinary because you are fully present to it. Challenges are no longer threats. They are opportunities for deeper awareness, for refinement of your alignment. Victory, then, is not measured by external outcomes. It is measured by the energy you carry, by the harmony you embody, by the radiance of your presence. Aligning mind, body, and spirit is not an intellectual exercise. It is a living art, a continuous dance, a conscious celebration of life. When you live in alignment, you do not force success, you allow it. You do not chase growth, you embody it. You do not seek happiness, you radiate it. And this alignment, cultivated in January, carries effortlessly into the rest of the year, setting a rhythm of consciousness, vitality, and effortless triumph. Every day becomes a step in mastery, every moment a seed of joy, every action a reflection of your awakened presence. Life, when fully aligned, becomes not a struggle, not a puzzle, not a series of obstacles, but a flowing river, a living mass. I see a radiant unfolding of consciousness. And this is how you win. First the month, then the year, not through effort alone, but through alignment, presence, awareness, and the conscious cultivation of your entire being.